settled. Thank you. Yes, who's next? Oh, Betty White. Yes, I adore you, Betty.
Oh, Kelsey, my only question is, how are you ever going to fit 75 years of history into an hour and a half?
Well, actually, tonight's show is scheduled for about 3 hours.
What? Oh, brother, I'm not sitting through that. Come on, Jimmy, let's go.
Actually, Betty does bring up a good point. Please forgive us. We are going to do our best tonight to cover all of NBC's history, but there's no way we'll be able to highlight every show.
Kelsey? Kelsey?
Yes, Deidre?
Are there going to be any clips from Days of Our Lives?
No, I'm sorry, no daytime.
Excuse me, Kelsey, but what about me, for heaven's sake?
I don't think so, Willard. Sit down.
Kelsey? Hi. Baby, what about me?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, man. It's Tootie, man.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Meet the Press has been on the air for 55 years. Surely you're going to honor NBC's longest-running program.
It's not your night, Tim. I'm sorry.
Kelsey. Is there going to be a Miami Vice clip?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, good.
Are we going to be embarrassed about the way we were dressed in it?
I certainly hope so.
Kelsey, Brian Williams, NBC News, and thank you. And I have a follow-up. I'm hearing NBC tonight, sure, but also there are other properties, cable properties, with more letters in them. MSNBC for 24-hour news, CNBC for financial news. Will there be a tribute here tonight?
No, they're too new.
Oh, okay. I can't see Brokaw from where I'm sitting. Does he look all right to you?
Yeah, he's looking pretty good, actually. Sorry.
Kelsey?
Yes. Yes, Bob.
Yeah, I just remembered. I did have a show on NBC in
Oh, really?
in
Really?
1961.
Uh-huh. What was it called?
Well, it was also called the Bob Newhart Show. So are you going to show a clip of that?
No, sir. Right now, we are going to honor the early days of NBC, what is called the golden age of television. The 1950s gave us the first generation of TV stars. Sid Caesar, Imogen Coca, Steve Allen, Jack Parr, and, of course, Mr. Television, Milton Berle.
America's #1 television star, the man who has captured America's heart, Milton Berle.
Lady, please. You've got all night to make a fool of yourself. I only got an hour.
Oh, Father, Desmond Davenport wants me to marry him, or he will foreclose the mortgage. Or he will foreclose the mortgage.
Yes.
What shall I do? What shall I do?
Buy glasses. They wanted me to play a very big soldier part in that picture, From Here to Eternity. In fact, they sent me a letter from the studio, but it started off greetings, and I thought it was from the draft board, so I threw it away. I saw you in that picture. It's a big thing. You died in the middle of the picture.
So what? You died in all your pictures.
I was... Isn't he sweet?
He's nothing but a hound.
Good evening and welcome to your show.
Monty, I used to dream of a night
shining armor who attacked and an enchanted castle. Since I found you, I don't breathe that anymore.
Kind of rough tonight, ain't it?
Rex, do you realize what talking movies will mean for you?
At last! At last, the world will hear me talk. The world will hear Rex Hansen talk.
Yes, sir. This is your story, Al Duncy. Seems to be a little overwhelmed by Al. He's a little Al Duncy. Al boy. This is your story, Al. Now come on up here, Al. Yes, sir. Come on up here, Al. We are about to do the intimate story. He's a little overwhelmed, a little overwrought, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you'll just come this way, Al. Al Duncy. This is going to be the story of your life. We're going to tell the intimate inside story.
When the moon hits you, I like the big bit of fire, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. So rain, and you're singing so very well.
Look, buddy, will you do me a favor? Give me a break. I just got married.
Oh, that is magnificent. May I be very first to congratulate you and wish you the very best of luck. And is that the little woman over there? Well, congratulations.
I'll teach you to kiss my wife.
I don't need no lesson.
I don't want you hung around the house tonight. I want you to go and take a shave and go out and dance.
Mama, look, when are you going to give up now, huh? You have a bachelor on your hands. I ain't never going to get married. That's all.
You're going to get married.
Sooner or later, I got to face the facts that whatever girls like, I ain't got it, that's all.
You're going to die without a son.
So then I will die without a son.
Marty, put on the blue suit.
Mom, it's a blue suit or the gray suit. I'm a fat little man, a fat, ugly little man.
You're not ugly.
That's what I am. I'm ugly, ugly on Mama. Please, now, would you please leave me alone? Now, what do you want from me?
The most exciting story of the year probably is the launching of the Earth satellite, which will pave the way, it's presumed, for interplanetary travel. Now, what does the average man think about this historic development? We'll find out now as we meet our first man on the street. What is your name, sir?
My name is S.M. Morrison. I'm a still photographer. Retired.
Mr. S.M. Morrison, tell me, what does the S.M. stand for?
Somebody moved.
Sir, by any chance, are you,
nervous?
Yes.
Nope.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Perry Como Show.
Find a wheel, and it goes round, round, round as it skims along with a happy sound, and it goes along the ground, 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 till it leads you to the one you love.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. I work here. I'm a cop. Who are you selling this for? Where do you get your supply?
All you see is what's in my locker. I ain't selling. I don't have any supply. You've got to go far to prove I have.
No, not very far, Steve.
What?
From about here to your home. 11:38 a.m. We picked up the supply of obscene books and photographs to be booked later as evidence.
The National Broadcasting Company welcomes you to The Big Payoff.
Would you like to be queen for a day?
It could be you.
Consequences. Do, re, mi.
21.
Name that tune.
Here he is, the one, the only. Oh, that's me.
Ramiro G. Gonzalez. What does the G stand for, Ramiro?
Huh? Gonzalez?
No, I know, Ramiro Gonzalez, but it says Ramiro G. Gonzalez. What does the G stand for?
Ramiro Gonzalez Gonzalez.
Are you pinch hitting for your father?
No, I'm Gonzalez, Ramiro Gonzalez Gonzalez, because my father, before she married my mother, he was Gonzalez.
What does your wife call you, Ramiro or Gonzalez?
She called me Pedro.
Say, kids, what time is it? Let's start things off with our Howdy Doody song. Let's go, kids!
Here we are, back with you again. Yes, by golly, and yes, by golly, friend. Here we are again, here we are again.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Don't forget, don't be slow, ready, set, here we go. When we might be done, Tinkerbell, come on. Hurry up and follow me, for I will soon be gone. I'm
Ladies and gentlemen, Sid Caesar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Newhart.
Actually, I did a variety show on NBC during the 1961-1962 season. It was critically acclaimed. We received an Emmy and a Peabody. Unfortunately, it didn't do all that well in the ratings. One week we got a -7 Nielsen rating, which meant not only was no one watching, but several people without TV sets had heard about the show and said they wouldn't watch it even if they had one. Subsequently, I did a total of 24 appearances on the Dean Martin show. It was great fun. The only problem was that Dean never rehearsed with you, as is painfully obvious in this next sketch you're about to see. I play the part of a man who is returning a hairpiece that his wife had surprised him with because it fell into a cheese dip bowl at Christmas time.
We went to this party, and I bent down to put some cheese dip on this cracker, and the toupee fell into the cheese dip. Everyone quit having cheese dip. Maybe a laughing matter to you, sir. It's not.
Would you want a full exchange? Oh, that's...
Well, I like a straight man who didn't laugh. You sure you worked with Jerry?
Yeah. Dean was the most talented man I've ever met in show business. The show was on for 7 years, 9 years actually, and here are some of the highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, a guy that's loved, Mr. Dean Martin.
I will say this is a distinguished-looking dais. Looks like the board of directors of a massage parlor.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me that sometime is now.
Frankie, do you go out with girls yet?
No, ma'am, I'm saving myself.
For when you get married.
No, for when he gets divorced.
I always had kind of a flair for mimicry, and when I was a kid, well, here, let me show you. This is one of my favorites.
Who's that?
Jimmy Cagney.
Oh, Jim Cagney.
Well, you dirty rat, you're the guy who gave it to my brother with a brother in the back.
Hey, and I thought you were going to be lousy.
Oh, do what you done before, baby.
Love is lovelier the second time around.
I'm beginning to like this game.
Mere alcohol don't agree.
She made the mistake. I didn't make a mistake. She made a mistake. It's like getting no kiss from champagne. Don't bite your nails. You know what happened to Venus de Milo. Well, you're off. Okay. No, come on. Let's do it again for you. It's all right, sweetheart. It'll just come out of your check. It's all right. Let's do it again. We all make mistakes. Remember Hitler?
And so it seems we've met before, yeah, laughed before, oh, loved before, but who knows where, oh, where.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Friends.
Little did anyone know when Cheers went on the air in 1982, it would become a colossal hit.
What made Cheers so special was brilliant writing, unforgettable storylines, and a cast of 6 lovable main characters.
There was the Studley guy.
The spoiled rich girl waitress.
The sarcastic wisecracker.
The intellectual who's not very lucky in love.
Guys.
What seems to be the problem, Courtney?
We are Cheers.
Wait, don't you see it? A stud?
A smart mouth, a brainiac. I mean, those are our characters. We are Cheers. Okay, I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, look, Cheers had Woody, you know, the dim-witted blonde. We don't have... Oh, wait a minute. Where is Lisa?
She said she'd already celebrated all this in another life.
You know what? Courtney's right. I mean, think about the parallels. You know, the on and off relationships, the summer cliffhangers.
Yeah. Cheers was set in Boston. Friends is set in Boston.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Friends is set in New York.
That's New York? Doesn't look like New York to me.
Okay, you guys, let's just be quiet, all right? We are here to talk about Cheers, the show that raised the bar for every sitcom that followed.
Let's watch this tribute to the neighborhood bar where everybody knew your name.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Cheers. Yeah, just a sec. Is there an Ernie Pantuso here?
That's you, Coach.
Speaking.
Afternoon, everybody. No! What's up, Norm? My nipples. It's freezing out there.
Paula's late again.
Oh, nuts.
Okay, I'm late. My kid was throwing up all over the place. You don't buy that excuse, I'm quitting. Because I don't work for a man who has no compassion for my children. And it doesn't look like you're exactly swamped here. I'm usually very punctual. You don't like it? That's fine, because this ain't such a great job to begin with. I'm going to change.
Think I was too hard on her?
Sam, you're making a fool of yourself.
Hey, you know, would you just admit that you're hung up on me, damn it?
I am not.
You are, too.
I
Just
am
take
not.
a look at it.
Please, do you think I'd behave like this in your home?
Dare you slap me? Don't you ever hit me again!
Like hell. You always think you gotta get the last one in. Go, come on. All right, come on. Good. All right, please, come on, let go, come on, all right?
You first.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, now.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Whoever is the closest wins. Nam, you first.
2,012,000. 2,013,000.
2,014,000.
Well, the number was far. Nam's closest with 2,012,000.
Darn, I was gonna say 4. I should have stuck with my first instinct.
What these two people, who are such geniuses at romance, are trying to do is to get you to take your hair down, thinking that it will stimulate me like some sort of Pavlovian dog. So why don't you just oblige them, get this silliness over with so we can get on with our lives?
You mean like this?
Precisely. You know what?
What?
I'm going to kiss you. I'm going to kiss you hard, and I'm going to kiss you long. But make no mistake about it, I am going to kiss you. In fact, I'm going to kiss you like you've never...
Sorry, we're closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to welcome the cast of Cheers. I say it again? Ted Danson, Shelley Long,
George Wendt,
John Ratzenberger,
Kelsey Grammer,
and Rhea Coleman.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for all of us to be here tonight. Kirsty, Woody, Nick, and Bibi couldn't be here tonight, but they're off. They're sending their love, but they're off being fabulous someplace else. Actually, the truth is, they just didn't age as well as the rest of us.
Well, say something nice. I think it's fair to say that Cheers was a very special show for a lot of people, and especially for all of us, yes? Rhea, yes?
You think I'm going to start agreeing with you now?
No.
No. Shelley's right. Cheers was great. I got to spend all day in a bar cracking jokes with my friends. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a TV show till like the 5th season. I'm actually kind of ready to party right now.
Seriously, is there a party?
No, they're still kidding.
At any rate, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you from all of us at Cheers.
NBC's 75th anniversary special is being sponsored in part by Universal Pictures' About a Boy in theaters May 17th, by Kodak, Share Moments, Share Life, by Verizon, We Never Stop Working For You, and by Lincoln. Barbara Feldon.
Shows of the 60s were escapist fantasies about real-life genies, spaceships, dolphins that solve crimes.
And we worked during the sexual revolution. Fortunately, I was having sex while I was working.
I missed it by that much.
Not me. I didn't miss out.
And now it's time for the... You didn't? And now it's time for the, oh, they don't make shows like this anymore, clips. Look for it.
I am ready. Where are we going tonight, Master?
We're not going anywhere. I have a date tonight with an old friend of mine from Chicago. Jeannie, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, Master, thou art not dealing with a stupid genie. You will stay home tonight.
All right, then I'll go and get dressed myself. You can make me late, but you can't keep me here. This is not a jail, you know.
You still have me to deal with, Mr. Smart. You have interfered with chaos for the last time. Just a minute, Mr. Craw. Craw, not Craw, Craw.
Have you got a gun 99?
Right.
Keep them covered.
All right, Mr. Craw. One false move and she blows your head off.
Has Mr. Colton told you?
Tell me what.
I'm colored.
What color are you? your son!
I think all your operations have been canceled, Mr. Zark.
I admit I'm a bit disappointed, Mr. Koryakin, but do not crow too much. You see, I have already opened up all the gates from the caves. Yes, my global plans have been thwarted. But let me tell you that millions of bats will not go unnoticed on this continent.
Gotta get a tractor beam. Captain, we don't have enough time to do it. We only have a 53-second escape margin. I'm well aware of that, Mr. Scott. Get 2 tractor beams on that shuttlecraft. Aye, Subtle. Tractor beams on.
Captain, do not risk the ship further on my behalf.
Shut up, Spock. We're rescuing him.
Why, thank you, Captain McCoy.
Take the last train across the... Now I must hang up the phone. I can hear you in this noisy railroad station. All alone I'm feeling low. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home.
What is your name?
Donnie.
Donnie?
Yes, sir.
Well, how old are you?
5.
5, and you sing along with your brothers, huh?
Yes, sir.
Do you know, Yes, Sir, That's My Baby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't be maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. She's real good looker. Yes, ma'am, we decided. No, ma'am, we won't hide it. Yes, ma'am, you're invited. You're invited.
The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The star belongs, this is our ballet, to everyone.
So we ought to have a little choreography on the show.
They gleam there for you and me. Here's where you dance, right here. The fly. You don't need a partner, huh? The sunbeams that shine. Sing this little here thing. The sunbeams.
Would you hold it down so I can join you? They're yours.
That's enough. They're mine. And love can come to everyone.
Yeah.
The best things in life are
Ladies and gentlemen, Goldie Hawn.
God, Elvis, jeez. Whew, he was hot. Anyway, the 60s. The 60s was a time of change, and you could see it everywhere except on television. And then NBC aired a show called Laugh-In. It was pretty fun. I was 21 at the time, and that was one of my first jobs that I ever did on television, and I didn't know exactly how things worked. And so they would give me these cue cards to read, and then I'd kind of mix them up, and then I'd laugh, and then I'd say, you know, George, to our producer, I said, George, you want me to do that over again because I messed it up? And he said, no, Goldie, that was just perfect. And I thought, so that's a strange way a career gets to be born. I wish I'd have done something else, like, you know, Medea. But anyway, we had so much fun. We were free. We felt brave enough to tell the truth. And as I look back, it was the greatest of times. Let's take a look.
Due to circumstances beyond our control, we now present Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Come on.
I
it to me time.
I love my tinkle.
Wait a minute, I'm not through yet.
All over the world, people are always asking me about laughing. And they all ask the same question. Why?
My church welcomes all denominations, but my favorite is the $5 bill.
I tried to join the sexual revolution, but I flunked the physical.
Very interesting.
Well, this could develop into something serious. Oh, yeah, this could be the start of something big.
Well, I'll say, if you don't put those things in your ears, I'm going to call the police.
You seem to have a bad cataract.
Oh, no. Have Rinkin Continental.
See, it says a dollar kiss. I'd like one.
Oh, certainly, sir. Oh, I don't think I have $1. And now, folks, it's sock it to me time.
Sock it to me, honey.
Well, I've never been bold before.
Sock it to me, sock it to me.
Sock it to me, sock it to me.
Sock it to me, sock it to me.
Sock it to yourself.
Sock it to me?
Do you believe in the hereafter?
Of course I do.
Then you know what I'm here after.
At that very moment.
Oh, Uncle Al really needs a lot of medicine.
Well, it's been a few years, John Smith, since they had your head on the chopping block. How you been getting along?
Real fine, Dan. Real fine here at the reservation.
And Pocahontas?
Yes, I do.
Man who news would be news that news.
Here's Dickie.
Hi, Big Dick here.
Drop your socks and grab your tinkle, 'cause here's the loveliest sport of them all.
Featurette. Oh, good heavens, someone's caught my tinkle.
Does NBC know this show is on the air?
Who gets the wicked weenie tonight?
The General Telephone Company of Southern California.
Oh, I'm calling Mr. Sinatra about an unpaid bill, and I was wondering what you're going to do about it.
Very interesting.
And that's the truth.
Say good night, Dick. Good night, Dick. We're a little late, folks. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Leno.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Well, it was on a 1933 episode of the Rudy Valley Show, NBC audiences were introduced to the new face of TV comedy, Bob Hope. And with his trademark ski jump nose and his perfectly normal-sized chin, he joined an NBC stable of stars that included Bing Crosby, Al Jolson, and Jack Benny. And nearly 40 years later, Hope was still setting record ratings with his big Christmas specials. But he's probably best known, however, for his work with the USO, tirelessly entertaining over 5 million troops in every corner of the globe. The thing I love most about Bob Hope is that he was a wise guy. See, my mom never liked wise guys, but she loved Bob Hope. And I remember watching him as a kid, and he'd do the sketches, and those were cool, and Miss America, and the whole football thing, and the teams. But what I loved were the monologues. He's the first guy I saw do topical monologues. And I remember I was about 6 or 7 years old, the first Bob Hope joke, at least the one I remember, he said he had gone down to Congress, and they'd given him a plaque, and he said it was really great for a comedian to be honored by his peers. And I thought, oh, that's a great joke. Oh, that's a great joke. See, at Congress being comedian. Okay, I'm not Bob Hope. Okay, fine, I know that. But here's to Bob Hope, the most charming, wise guy of them all. Take a look.
Television. Well, they finally got me. I want to tell you it's a great... Which camera's working?
Jimmy, I'm so thrilled that you're out here tonight with me. This is wonderful. No kidding. I'm always glad to be next to you because you make my nose look small.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. When it comes to noses, you're a retailer. I'm a wholesaler.
Well, you can hold it as long as you want. Well, I don't work till November. It's my show. Boy, don't I know it.
So, Bob, you were absolutely wonderful, and you took a ride with the airlift crew, didn't you,
Yes,
into Berlin?
I sure did. And I don't know whether it's coincidence or not, but I came in with a load of corn.
Solid or liquid?
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Seoul, Korea. It's wonderful to be working up here near the 38th parallel. We have a wonderful cast to entertain you, and I know you fellas have been here a long time, so I'll point out which ones are the girls. Now, I want to tell you, when they say here's button your eye here, they're not kidding. We got so much mud here, it's the first time I ever saw the ground put in for a transfer. But I got a typical Osan welcome. The cockroaches got in formation and spelled out thanks for the memory. And on this Saigon, my waiter had such a friendly city. I'll never forget the time a total stranger walked up to me and handed me a grenade. Are those ours? Yeah, they're bringing my laundry in. Everyone's thrilled by the wonderful recovery being made by our President Eisenhower. And I want to say that he really is coming along great. In fact, he wanted to watch my last TV show, but the doctor said nobody's that well. Oh, you read about President Kennedy saying we should all drink milk? Milk. Maybe he's younger than we think, huh? Wasn't it thrilling to see LBJ sworn in as President of the United States of Texas? Over in China, they're all wearing the Nixon look. That's a suit that's so tight your arms pop up and go like this. No, they have a Gerald Ford Highway here. It goes straight about 200 yards and then curves off into the woods. Now, who can blame Russia for wanting to be friends with Carter? They have all our bread, but what good is it without peanut butter? Yesterday, they sent Mr. Reagan the Bible he'll be sworn in on, and out of habit, he sent it back for a rewrite. Did you read where President Bush was hooked in the earlobe by his son Jeb while fishing in Maine? Saddam Hussein may be the butcher of Baghdad, but President Bush is now the catch of the day. It's a good thing the hook didn't get President Bush in the lips. He wouldn't have anything to read.
To be on top of your profession for over 65 years pretty much says it all. Quite simply, the world, I think, has been a happier place and a better place because Bob Hope is in it. Thank you, Bob. Happy birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Falk.
Rising crime, the Watergate scandal, and the end of the Vietnam War dominated American life in the 70s, setting the tone for gritty, more realistic programming. And NBC responded with shows such as Police Women, McMillan and Wife, Quincy, Rockford Files, and Emergency. And these shows, they more accurately reflected the reality of the day. And of course, the most courageous example of this new realism, Different Strokes. Which was the first show to dare ask the question, what are you talking about, Willis? All right, so let's take a look at some of the other highlights of the 1970s.
Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can do anything.
don't you take the boys' things up to their room, and I'll show them around.
Be glad to. Here, let me have this, dear.
Be careful of my goldfish. His name's Abraham.
I've never seen a black goldfish before.
That's okay. He never saw a rich white man before either.
Our families have always hoped we'd grow up and join our two great bloodlines.
Are you people or racehorses?
Better a racehorse than a jackass.
Oh, yeah. That looks hip, Pop. That looks real hip.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. I had a hat like this once, but it got run over.
Hey, Pop, look right here. You see right here on the sweatband it says FS?
What's that?
What's that? That's your initials, Pop. What you think it was?
Well, it's on the sweatband. FS could have meant for sweating.
Now, the first thing I got down here is this garage shouldn't open later than 6:30, before the opposition gets up.
If you're talking about 6:30 in the morning, I'm the opposition. The last time I was up at 6:30 in the morning, a refrigerator was called an icebox, pot was something you cooked in, and a bust was something you put in a bra.
So she walks in the house, the rep says, "Another dress? You bought another dress? This is ridiculous. That's the third dress this week." And his wife tells him, "The devil made me buy this dress." Said, "I didn't want to buy no dress. The devil kept following me. I was going down the street going, and the devil kept following me, and he kept telling me how good I look."
Hollywood Freeway Unit, 7 Mary 3 and 4 now in pursuit, southbound out Vermont.
1 minute I was this close to knocking that yo-yo out of his socks, then poof, he vanishes.
LA 15-7 Mary 3 and 4. A suspect has disappeared. The pursuit is code 4. Notify LAPD.
1 Adam 12 Roger. All units, an officer needs help. 227 South Grade.
How long's it been? 30 minutes. She could be dead by now.
Calm down. Don't hurt the girl, okay?
All right, just take it easy.
Now get out of here!
Well, how long do you think that man could have been dead?
Well, I don't know. All I can tell you is it looked yuck.
About how long is yuck?
Well, it's not as long as zich.
But shorter than blich.
Oh, no, he wasn't blech.
And the bloodstains on our clothes, one of them didn't tight. I did an organ diffusion, and it turned out to be beef blood.
Quite often, we cops make mistakes. Not too often, but once in a while. We get a call to come to the fancy part of town. We find ourselves taking it easy with people.
But then I realized I forgot to ask what may be the most important question of all. This prowler, did he take anything?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Thank you very much. Oh, just one more thing, sir.
You gotta be one of the dumbest looking apes I ever saw.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Gilbert.
Michael Landon spent much of his career writing, producing, directing, and starring in successful shows for NBC. Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven all had one common thread: the heart and soul of a true good guy. His life ended much too soon, but those of us who were blessed to know him and work with him, and all of us who watched him over the years, can still feel that spirit of goodness that he brought to everything he touched.
How old were you when you first started? Bonanza was not the first show you've ever done.
Oh, no, I did a lot of, you know, when I started television, there were 39 westerns on the air. We used a title shot at one point where we rode up at a full gallop and pulled up right in front of camera with a smile, kind of like this.
Little macho type of head there.
Right. And that smile meant, oh, God.
If you insisted on starting this, you can't walk out before you finish it.
I understand that. I'm not a little kid.
Aren't you? If you understand it and still walk out, then you're just a little kid.
Now, wait a minute.
Don't you raise your voice to me, boy.
And don't you call me a little kid.
And here is your host for this week's Hullabaloo, Little Joe of Bonanza, Michael Landon.
Come on, and let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at. The name of the place, right here for you. The name of the place, Hullabaloo. Come on.
Well, Ingles family, as soon as you get done soaking your feet, we got a wagon to unload.
We're home.
We're home.
Thought I might tell you a story.
Oh, please, Pa.
All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, I've got one about a grumpy farmer. See, this grumpy farmer used to get up every morning before sunrise and stomp off to work. Sometimes he'd even forget to say goodbye to his wife and his 3 pretty little girls. So one day that farmer looked around and said to himself, "Farmer, you're a grump." And he finished all of his work, almost all of it. He came home and he told his pretty wife and his 3 pretty girls that tomorrow he was going to take them on the biggest, bestest all-day picnic of all time.
Oh, thank you, Pa.
Ladies and gentlemen, Helen Hunt.
NBC holds a very special place in my heart. No matter how many movies I do, when people meet me on the street, they still know me as my character from TV. They think I'm my character. They yell out lines that my character said. They call me by my character's name. Of course, I'm talking about my role as Emily in a 1980 Facts of Life episode entitled Dope. Let's take a look.
Hi, Tumpy. Emily.
Hi, Mrs. Garrett. Are you sure we can't lure you over to our dorm?
Really? We could use some young blood over there.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That meant a lot to me. Here's a look at some other familiar faces in their early moments on NBC.
Okay. Everything I do annoys you. I guess you'll be glad to get back to that big city pretty soon.
I was thinking, Mr. Hardy, maybe Wells Fargo could use me. I'll do anything.
You've been waiting for this for a long time, haven't you?
That's right.
Well, you want to sling hooks around? Yeah. You picked on somebody who knows how.
Find yourself a gun, mister.
What for?
Because I'm calling you out.
I'd rather be hungry and be an actress than anything else in the world.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that now. I want to talk about you and me and the license.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael J. Fox.
family is a place where we can be anything we want to be and be loved all the same. I really hit the jackpot with my TV family. They were everything you could wish for. They made me cry, they made me laugh, made me craft. It was family that was so real to me that I actually married my girlfriend from it. Family Ties was a show that everybody could love, and I think we have some videotape evidence of that.
Hello. Hi. Alex, you're an hour late.
Oh, sorry, Mom, but it was worth it. As of today, I have taken the first step on the path to riches. My foot is poised on the bottom rung of the corporate ladder. I've set the ball rolling. I've put the wheels in motion towards my future wealth and prosperity. My shoulder is firmly against the grindstone of economic success.
Try it with a few more metaphors this time, Ellen.
Can we come in?
We heard a baby.
Ah, we thought it might be yours.
Come on in.
It's a boy.
Thank you!
That's wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Short.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And please be seated. Studio 8H. Originally the home of musical master maestro Arturo Toscanini and his NBC Symphony. Sounds classy, huh? Tonight, in the spirit of Toscanini, we bring you more of NBC's musical legacy, the theme songs. You know, in my business, or in our business, there's an old saying. Theme songs are like Botox. They get under your skin and they stay there for about 4 months. And now, some of the greatest theme songs ever written. They call him Flipper, faster than lightning, flying there under. Oh, why do I feel so alive? Under the sea.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. You're learning the facts
Of life.
My love is wandering starlight. Love, a strange woman teaches. Remember me.
What would we do, baby, without us? What would we do, baby, without us? And there ain't nothing we can't love each other through. What would we do,
I know you gals know this one. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road. Look, I'm really thrilled to see you both, but it's not your time, is it? Thank you. I'll let you know. Okay? Good. Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again. My heart is true, and you're a pal and a confidant. Please, Golden Girls, don't! I'll let you know. You would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say... What would it say, Ruin Betty? Not yet. Thank you for being a friend. That's enough. Chico, don't be discouraged. The man, he ain't so hard to understand. And I know things will get better. Yes, they will, for Chico and the man. Yes, they will, for Chico and McMahon.
We're not one to settle up to run Bonanza. Any one of us that starts a little fuss knows he can count on me. Bonanza.
I better stop doing this. I'm getting a major Healy. And people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. So thank you, NBC, for songs that will forever stick in our heads. We now invite everyone to join us in this one. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
Everybody, am I nuts? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see. I told them are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Washington, D.C., NBC Television brings you America's press conference of the year, Meet the Press.
This is Lawrence Spivak inviting you to Meet the Press.
Now who has the first question?
Can you tell us what your goals are for this country?
What will be Bill Clinton's legacy? If it's Sunday, it's Meet the Press.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rock.
An appearance on the Jack Paar program in 1963 brought a young comedian named Bill Cosby into the limelight. He worked on NBC for almost 30 more years, creating shows including The Cosby Show, which is still the most watched program in television history. Without Bill Cosby, there'd be no Fat Albert, and trips to the dentist wouldn't be nearly as funny. Without Bill Cosby, I'd be working for UPS. Now, all performers owe a tremendous debt to Bill Cosby, because Bill Cosby saved the sitcom. Bill Cosby saved comedy. Without Bill Cosby, there's no Jay Leno, there's no David Letterman, there is no Seinfeld. We all owe a debt to Bill Cosby. And for that, it's time to watch a clip.
Bill Cosby is a young comedian who's become a big hit in a small period of time. He's clever, inventive, fresh, and something other young comedians sometimes neglect. He's darn funny. A promising comedian who's kept every promise. Bill Cosby.
A musket is a gun that had to be loaded a weird kind of way. It's not like today when the guys have guns, automatic, pop, 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 pop things. This was like a one load, one shot, load up again thing. And it must have been funny to watch something like the Revolutionary War where one man is shooting against another. And it must have looked exactly like this. If you were a missing spy.
On the other hand, there's always the Yankee dollar. Will buy much bread and secrets. Has been known to buy a man's hiding place right out from under him.
Yeah, but the trouble is, the seller of the secret will turn around and sell your secret to the guy whose secret he sold when he sold the secrets after he sold them.
Want to get some raggets and some frogs and reason why this. Every day.
Here we go. Now, come here. Now, wait. You just can't go running out there. You got to be cool. All right? And you throw the hook shot, right? Go ahead out there. Now, wait, hold it. Just take it easy. You'll be cool. All right? Now, I've seen Oscar Robertson score 6 points in 15 seconds. Don't worry about a thing, okay? All right, go ahead out. Now, wait. Play the hook. Go ahead. We are gathered here for this special occasion to say goodbye to a cherished friend, Lamont Goldfish. Lamont was a good fish, happy and brave.
I always felt safe with him around.
And so, as to all fish, Lamont's time on this earth...
Daddy?
Yes, dear?
I want to watch television.
Nobody is going to watch TV until the funeral is over. Is that clear?
If she doesn't want the funeral, maybe we shouldn't have it.
We got dressed up for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, my idol, Bill Cosby, and the cast of The Cosby Show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 years after the assassination of Dr. King, the Huxtables entered your homes. And I want to thank Brandon Tartikoff. Some of the other names you probably will not recognize, but they have to be said. I would like to thank Dr. Kenneth Clark. I would like to thank Dr. Alvin Poussant. And I would like to thank, finally, Dr. of the N.O., you know who. The woman you always are jealous of.
Yes.
Dorothy Height. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring up someone who is very special to me, Robert Culp.
Twinsies again.
See, I told you.
You were right. Not a dry eye in the house. Well, I have to thank you folks. I have to thank Mr. Cosby as well. Working with him on I Spy was a tremendous amount of fun, most fun I ever had in my life. Of course, no, that's true.
Really?
That's a true story.
Where's your wife?
You know, this is a great evening.
No, you should have a wife. If you had a wife, you would have more fun than working with me.
I had a whole bunch, man.
I know you had a bunch, but I told you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Susan Day and Harry Hamlin.
The 1980s was an incredibly successful decade for NBC.
But it didn't start out that way. The boycott of the 1980 Olympics cost NBC $80 million in ad revenue. Oof.
And that was followed by the Screen Actors Guild strike. When the dust settled, NBC came out of the gate with one of the most forgettable lineups in television history.
See if you can guess which one of these shows was not a real program from that era. Me and Max, Disco Pete, Fitz and Bones, I Shied, or Skag.
Well, if you guessed Skag, you were wrong. There actually was a show called Skag.
Disco Pete was the fake show, although I'm sure that if they had the idea for Disco Pete in 1980, they would have made it.
Fortunately, NBC recovered in a big way. Now let's relive some of the better moments from a decade that eventually put NBC back on top.
They're closing. They got us. You never know. I do. We're almost out of gas. Now, why did you pick a truck with no gas? Because I like the paint job. I'll feed him some more grenades.
If you're going through with this, may I suggest you permit me to activate the turbo boost?
The what?
Never mind. Allow me to demonstrate.
If you're going to quantum leap through time, you have to be ready to leap at a moment's notice. To help your fellow traveler.
So your patients have anything exciting?
I don't know. You tell me. Symptoms are loud snoring, agitated sleep coupled with abnormal movements, excessive daytime sleepiness, early morning headaches, hallucinations, foggy mind, and bedwetting.
Well, then my guess is...
Sleep apnea. During sleep, the throat muscles relax to the point where they collapse.
But if I were you, I'd send him up for...
Polysomnography.
What I'd pull Caldwell in for a...
Plastics consult. If this guy keeps up his bedwetting, I have another suggestion.
What's that?
Just, buy him some Huggies.
Look at the way she walks.
Yeah, kind of takes the wrinkles out of the old robe, you know?
Are you two done mentally undressing my friend?
Hold it a sec.
All right, I admit, she's very attractive, but Heather has flaws and imperfections just like everyone else.
Do I detect a note of jealousy?
No, it's true. You know what she even said to me about you two? She said that she might consider taking one of you two guys upstate with her for the weekend. Is that flighty or what?
Thank you for being a friend. There's a man in your bed.
Sophia, there's not.
Why, you devil, you.
So that was what we heard, Rose.
Rose got lucky.
Not so lucky. The man in your bed is dead.
What?
Dead.
He's shy. He's very shy.
Didn't sound so shy last night. Okay, fine. Let a dead guy lie there. It's going to be 98 degrees today. It won't be pretty.
Is that a federal agency you're dialing by any chance?
Now, how does that jingle go? Reach out and hit someone? This is Miami. Things are more relaxed. Officer Cub, say hi to Elvis.
As your time is usually billed at $135 an hour, Miss Kelsey, how much exactly did you intend to charge this client for whatever heroics you might perform on this $750 matter?
What I intend is to charge her nothing.
Is it your belief, then, that we are running a welfare state here?
Absolutely not. It is my belief that this firm is an example of the capitalist system at its very finest. Management getting fat off the sweat and blood of the workers. Take me, for example. You bill my time at $135 an hour, 1,600 hours a year, for a total of $216,000 into the bulging coffers of this firm. Of that amount, I, who generated the income, get $52,800. You're damn straight this is not a welfare state, Douglas. And if I want to make a couple of phone calls to an insurance company to keep some poor working woman from getting screwed over by the system, then I will do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of L.A. Law. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brokaw.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, NBC has been blessed at key moments in its history to be led by men with a true understanding of broadcasting. From its founder, David Sarnoff, who put NBC on the air and built this network, taking it from its earliest days in radio through the invention of television, to Pat Weaver, who was a programming genius. In a single memo, he invented both The Today Show and The Tonight Show. To the beloved Brandon Tartikoff, who, when the network was faltering, that's all right. Brandon came through for us when the network was faltering in the 1980s. He reinvented NBC, turning our prime time into must-see TV. Well, in the last 16 years, this network has grown into a true global communications network, largely because of one man. Ladies and gentlemen, the longest-serving chairman in NBC history, my boss and my friend, Bob Wright. Bob.
That was really good. Thank you, Tom. I want to welcome all of you here tonight on behalf of everyone at NBC, GE, CNBC, MSNBC, and now Telemundo. Anyone who watches television is indebted to the men and women, past and present, who have created NBC's history. I'm honored to be part of that. To all the wonderful performers who are with us tonight and have made this evening possible, thank you. We are here to celebrate some of the outstanding moments at NBC. Unfortunately, some of our moments have not been so outstanding. The fact is, we made a few mistakes.
Harmonica to Charlie Smith.
The football game was cut off the air a minute before it ended, and Heidi was started. The football fans erupted. NBC apologized for the error, but by then, Oakland had scored 2 touchdowns in the last minute, had beaten New York. The game was over. The fans who missed it could not be consoled. Well, here is the last minute, as it would have been seen last night if somebody at NBC had got the word.
Harmonica to Charlie Smith. Smith is hitting, and he scores! They squib this one to prevent a run back. Earl Christie fumbling it around. He fumbles the ball, and Oakland has it for a touchdown. Oakland has scored 2 touchdowns in 9 seconds. And that's it. The final score, Oakland 43, New York 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, I should tell you at this point that this is me and this is Kay.
Right.
meet again, Pink Falcon. This time you're not going to get away. There's nothing you can do that'll make me change my mind.
Not even this?
I don't know. That worked last time. What have you got for me, sweetheart?
How about your knuckle sandwich?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the XFL!
Clement knocking on the door, dumps it off. He's got a man out of the backfield. He hate me, Rod Smart.
And now we know why they hate him.
I love America. It's the land of milk and honeys.
We're about to take you on an exciting and bumpy ride. An important win for Vice President Al Gore. NBC News projects that he wins the 25 electoral votes in the state of Florida. What the networks giveth, the networks taketh away. George Bush is the president-elect of the United States. He has won the state of Florida, according to our projections. All right, we're officially saying that Florida is too close to call. We just have egg in our face. We've got omelet all over our suits. We think this is over, he said confidently.
NBC canceled Star Trek. They thought it wouldn't last.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either, Bill.
Somebody was there.
Somebody was there, and someone who was there joins us right now. My friend and the legendary newswoman, Barbara Walters. Barbara?
I started on the Today Show in 1960. I was the only female writer on the staff. And those days, I was only allowed to write the so-called women's segments. My first breakthrough was when I was allowed to write for the men. But that milestone was changed. I hope you heard what I said. It was so interesting. Anyway, the milestone that changed my life was in 1964, when I went from being a reporter off camera to being on camera. They put me on for 13 weeks, and I stayed on for 13 years. And I loved every day of the years that I was a cast member on the Today Show. The hours are the worst, but the work is the best. And here is a look at how it all began.
We'll tell you what's happening today. My name is Jack Lascula. And here is Dave Garroway.
Well, here we are. And good morning to you. The very first good morning of what I hope and suspect will be a great many good mornings between you and I. Here it is, Jack said, January 14th, 1952, when NBC begins a new program called Today. And if it doesn't sound too revolutionary, I really believe it begins a new kind of television. We'll be with you every day for 2 hours in the morning, just about the time you get up, 7 to 9 a.m. We're going to try very much to put you more closely in touch with the world we live in, about the magnificent, unparalleled means of communication which NBC has assembled into a single room in New York.
Oh, well.
Used to hit more to right and right center than the left. There's a long drive. Ball's it deep, deep. It is gone. He did it. He did it. Listen to this. He did it.
You know, I haven't taken part in a longer broadcast, Matt, since our show last Friday.
She's kidding.
We love the third hour. We are happy to be... We are happy to be working for the Today Show, of course, because that means we work for NBC News.
From the first man on the moon to the fall of the Berlin Wall to the war in the Middle East, NBC News has been there.
Oh, the humanity.
These are pictures sent skipping through the air by the magic of television. The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor. This bulletin came to you from the NBC newsroom in New York. We interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast. This is the invasion of Hitler's Europe.
This is John Cameron Swayze saying goodnight for Camel Cigarettes.
Khrushchev is still demanding a public apology from Eisenhower.
NBC is standing by to relay the 1956 political convention.
A picture through our ultra-portable camera. Short.
All right, that was an exciting piece of television, wasn't it?
Surely was.
Certainly was.
Little Rock was an unlikely place for a federal state showdown tied to segregation.
Never have so many people seen the major candidates for President of the United States at the same time.
Another attempt will be made to send John H. Glenn, Jr. around the earth.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
Jets of water from high-pressure fire hoses send hundreds of Negroes reeling and sprawling.
Thank God Almighty!
White House press secretary has just announced that President Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is about 35 minutes ago.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
Somebody said keep talking. What do you say? I'm in custody. This is John Chancellor somewhere in custody.
NBC interrupts its regular program schedule to bring you the following special report.
Martin Luther King Jr. was killed tonight in Memphis, Tennessee.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. The senator is lying with his eyes closed, absolutely unmoving.
Johnny, where's Vietnam?
NBC News presents the Vietnam Weekly Review.
Awful sick of it. I'll be so glad to go home.
The Ohio National Guard opened fire on demonstrating students.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The war in the Middle East grew in intensity today. Mr. Nixon asked the country to believe that he had not broken his constitutional oath, but the country didn't believe that, and Richard Nixon was doomed.
The American embassy in Tehran is in the hands of Muslim students tonight.
After 444 days of captivity, the release of 52 American hostages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the NBC News coverage of the royal wedding.
The president is hit. Pope John Paul II is in the emerging world, is in mourning for President Sadat of Egypt. The tragic death of John Lennon.
The shuttle mission will launch. My God.
1 minute 15.
There's been an explosion.
Velocity 2,900 feet per second.
Good evening, live from the Berlin Wall on the most historic night.
Operation Desert Storm rages on.
Los Angeles is under curfew tonight as violence continues in the streets.
Jane, here in Waco, emotions are full throttle.
I'm Brian Williams. Today, MSNBC begins from new digs. We have received word that a 747 aircraft has exploded off the coast of Southampton, Long Island.
It was a day to say goodbye to a princess who'd been famous in life, revered the world over in death.
NOAA has upgraded this storm to a hurricane once again, has sent the warning all the way up to Rhode Island.
There are no more scientific jargon words. This is a brute of nature. The gravest presidential crisis since Watergate.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I never stopped saying Florida, Florida, Florida.
We want to go live right now and show you a picture of the World Trade Center, where a short time ago we are told that a plane crashed into the upper floors.
The tower of the World Trade Center has just collapsed outside Washington at the Pentagon, where an estimated 189 people lost their lives. 118 bodies have been recovered.
3 firefighters from New York City who've been trying to dig out as their fellow firefighters raise the American flag. I'm sorry, I was caught unexpectedly emotional.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
We gotta go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. T.
Good evening, fools.
I'm Mr. T, and I'm here to read a list of the NBC fools I've pitied the most over the last 75 years. So here goes. I pity the fool who canceled Baywatch. I pity Jennifer Aniston because I know what it's like for everyone to ignore your skills and your talent in favor of talking about your haircut. I pity Dick Wolf, who has not yet developed a Law and Order spinoff for me. I look forward to hearing your ideas when I show up at your house later. I pity Maxwell Smart. He had to put a shoe on his mouth to use a phone. That's unhygienic, fool. I pity that red-headed secretary from LA Law. Your kindness and loyalty was oft abused by that lecherous and yet handsome Arnie Becker. I pity that lady from Providence, Melina Lalina Kanakana. I'll come back to you. I pity that guy who played the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Whatever happened to that guy? I pity myself when I watch reruns of Little House on the Prairie because it makes me cry in front of my friends. I pity Alf. You never did get to eat the cat. I pity the East Wing. No one cares what you do. And finally, I pity Screech because we all pity Screech.
This has been Mr. T's 75th anniversary Pity List.
Hello, I'm Daniel J. Travanti.
And I'm Veronica Hamill. That's me. In 1981, Hill Street Blues debuted, and the ratings that first season were amazing. Amazing because we came in 83rd.
And yet NBC renewed the show. The ratings eventually improved, and we went on for 7 years and won 27 Emmys. I can brag because I didn't write it. A record that's still unbroken. Take a look.
We have a 911. Armed robbery in progress. See surplus store, corner People's Drive on 24th Street.
Item 9 is regarding profanity in our dealings with the civilian populace. Consider a complaint I took yesterday from a elderly woman who had been rendered assistance with a stalled vehicle by one of our uniforms. It was one of our own, going the extra mile in the performance of his duty, yet who was so accustomed to certain patterns of speech that on arriving at the scene, he cheerfully inquired, and I quote, "So what the bleep's wrong with your car?" Said bleep allegedly causing a complaint in a severe episode of migraine. That's it, let's roll. And hey, let's be careful out there.
Spare me the beautiful defender telling the police captain he's way out of line. It's old, but playing so long, I know it by heart.
Nice. The cops speak it.
It's what I am.
You know you coerced that confession. You could lose it.
I'll take my chances.
What's going on here?
Faye, I'm on my way out.
Oh, God, he's got a gun! Trying to kill me!
Get it in your interrogation. Now. Everybody out. Press everybody out. Now. Right now. Please. Get somebody on the front door. Don't let anybody through unless he's connected with the case and frisk everyone. Anybody hit?
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Hill Street Blues.
And pull a vein out of my neck and kill me. I began a relationship with NBC in the late 70s, in roughly 1978. I was a guest on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and it was, I think, the most exciting moment of my life in big-time television. And I've had an association with NBC ever since. And through all of those years, I have never been anything but completely proud of my relationship with this network. And I hope in some small measure that they took some pride in our accomplishments. For me, it's just been terrific. Have a good night. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
NBC's 75th anniversary special is being sponsored in part by Clarinex. Discover Clarinex today. Talk to your doctor for more details. By the Home Depot, driving down the cost of home improvement. And by Lincoln.
Hello, I'm Bob Costas. The NBA Finals, the World Series, thank you. Okay, so we start again. The NBA Finals, the World Series, the Super Bowl, the Kentucky Derby, and of course, Inside Schwartz. Yes, the finest sporting events of all at one time or another called NBC home. But I'm partial to the Olympics, and not just because I recently skated in the opening ceremonies as the child of light. No. It's because the Olympics often resonate like no other sporting event in the world.
Catch to Moody, they're going through the field. He's coming up. He's passing to Moody. Look at Mills! Look at Mills! Look at Mills! Coming on! Mills is coming on! Oh! It might be Bill Mills. What a tremendous surprise here! Bill Mills of the United States wins the 10,000 meters.
It is Flojo and the neighbor. Here comes Evelyn. Here comes Flojo. Posties runs away with it by 6 meters.
10 meters to swim. Mel not catcher. Janet Evans going for the goal. 3 for 3 as Janet Evans comes to the wall.
It's Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson does it again. Unbelievable. 9-7-9. Oh, God.
Won the gold medal for the United States team. Marion Jones has the lead, and they're coming to the line, and nobody will catch her. Marion Jones across the line. Step 1 in the drive for 5.
Jim Shea around the finish.
He's done it.
Gold medal, USA.
Whoa! There it is. Puts the dinner roll down on the plate.
Around the finish, will the USA win 2 medals? Yes!
And the time for Para here is a world record. Real Derek Para.
How did that happen? No. They won that prize.
This is the kind of performance you just dream about.
Hello, I'm TV's Conan O'Brien. On October 1st, 1962, in this very building, Johnny Carson broadcast his first episode of The Tonight Show as its permanent host. Almost 5,000 shows later, he ended his reign as the undisputed king of late night. And tonight, 10 years after his retirement, he is still the king. He is still the standard by which all television hosts are judged. And, quite frankly, it's getting annoying. Can we catch a break here? We need a new standard. Can Maury Povich be the standard? I beg of you. Truly, though, I'm back on cards. Truly, though. Truly, Johnny's brilliant 30-year reign of hipness, grace, ease, and class will always be a cornerstone of this network. But enough talk. Let's watch the true master at work.
It is no great secret, and I go over to on The Tonight Show on NBC starting October the 1st as the host of that show, and Ed goes with me as the announcer on the show. So
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
In addition to that, who are you? Which is even more important.
Carol Andreessen.
You're Joanne who?
Carol Andreessen.
Carol Andreessen. You're two different girls?
Yes.
say the secret word, and Grouch will come to your house.
I see. My dressing room isn't good enough for her.
And I had about 9 fights in the Navy.
Is that right? Well, you must have been pretty good, because I don't see no marks on you, nothing.
Well, I don't see many marks on you either.
Well, I am pretty good.
Yeah.
I got to ask you something.
Sure.
Last night, my son, you were talking about Zsa Zsa Gabor earlier.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
My son said, she was on Johnny Carson's show one time. She came there with a cat on her lap, and she said to you, "Do you want to pet my pussy?" And my son said that you said, "I'd love to if you'd remove that damn cat."
Tell you,
Is it true?
No, I think I would recall that. Are you going to be staying out here long, or just...
I'm leaving tonight. I got to drop the audition tape off over at CBS, and then I'm going.
Having trouble divining this one?
Yeah. Sis boom ba.
Sis boom ba.
Describe the sound made when a sheep explodes. What does this weigh, about 50, 60 pounds?
She weighs about, she weighs.
I've had a fun weekend. I've been reading President Nixon's book. The book does not exactly contain any new revelations, although Nixon did admit that during the time of the Watergate break-in, he was the president. The complete title of the book is Richard Nixon's Memoirs as Told to Hans Christian Andersen. I don't know whether you caught that or not. Interesting item today in the paper. Jimmy Carter, the president, is backing the decriminalization of marijuana. A lot of controversy there, but he declared support the removal of all federal criminal penalties for possession of an ounce or less of marijuana, which is bad news for our band because they don't know what an ounce or less means. They've never had little teeny amounts.
It means you're about out. Well, Margaret Thatcher is not in town. She actually is in Washington, and
with meetings, and a reporter asked her what the biggest contribution that Great Britain has made. And she said, deporting Robin Leach.
Hello, 1, 2. Attention Kmart shoppers, aisle 34, garden hose and lawnmowers.
And so it has come to this. I am one of the lucky people in the world. I found something I always wanted to do, and I have enjoyed every single minute of it. I want to thank the gentleman who shared this stage with me for 30 years, Mr. Ed McMahon, Mr. Doc Severinsen, and you people watching. I can only tell you that it has been an honor and a privilege to come into your homes all these years and entertain you. And I hope when I find something that I want to do and I think you will like and come back, that you'll be as gracious inviting me into your home as you have been. I bid you a very heartfelt good night.
Sweetie, my, that's a pretty song, and you have such nice voices. I guess that's only natural because you have inherited a lot from your dad, who's sitting right over here. Hello, Nat King Cole. We've finally been able to catch up with you because tonight, Nat, this is your life.
A personal tribute to some people who are no longer with us. In my own way. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Qu'est-ce que vous ont libératoire des centres libératoires de l'ordre des comédies françaises? Ce soir, quand on perd les parts de centres libératoires, plus de rondes. Et plus de rondes, je de rêve d'idées, soit des centaines pour les tendre. Nous chantons de Chidal Patrouille, la grande comédienne. Le grand comédien doit être poilé de son dos, les patrouilles des centres libératoires des cartes, leur bâti de sardines. Mademoiselle de Chilom, Madame Imogene Coca. Guten Abend, meine Herren, meine Herren. Es gefallen Sie an den Richter an und Stimme erwarten wir oben nach Lichter an die Anzeige Lichter und Lichter an. Das ist das ganze Comedian, was unter das Renaissance-Man mit unter Lichter war. Und gefallen Sie durch die Augen um Lichter und Licht am Bar. Panzer, ganze Geginkige, Guckerkapaka, die fliegen die Flaggen, die flogen die Flaggen, das sag ich gesagt. The great comedian, Mr. Steve Allen. Buonasera signore e signorini. Because I faccio le complimenti me con lo signo per la piazza, capiscono che lo vengono a pazzone, che la parino tutti i ragazzi le scenate. E perché loro baffanavano, che le scene con loro che pare finato lo toto, i lascioso, ne chili, che facciano le scene con lo legavano in mano, tutte le pite alla qua, era brutto che loro venivano lì, e brutto che la fisciano cadati, e tutto lo costo di altri, la grande comedian, uscito away. Miss Built in a Burl. Doe eens zo, Gaio. Questo che è, l'indazzo che lo vedo se che te lo che c'è, non so. Non si dica da scendere, chi ne che scende, Now, let's honor the early days of NBC Radio with a classic moment from a classic radio personality, that famous cheapskate, Mr. Jack Benny.
Put the chief on the phone. Hello, chief? I'm willing to offer a reward. Now, take this down. If the finder of a black wallet containing $8 in cash and some important papers will return the money, he can keep the papers. Come in. Oh, hello, Jack. Well, this is a surprise. Hello, Edgar. Hello, Charlie. Nice of you to drop in. I was dragged. What's on your mind, Edgar? Jack, did you lose a wallet? Yes. If you can identify it, we'll give it back to you. Well, of course I can identify it. On the outside, it's stamped compliments of the Acme Sand and Gravel Company. And then there were 3 $2 bills in it and 2 singles. And the serial numbers were A1.
Williams.
Wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. You dream me, you heartbreak. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after that same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon River and that same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend.
NBC's 75th anniversary special is being presented by American Express Financial Advisors. Make life rewarding.
Tonight's show.
A special thanks to, from all of us here, the staff, the crew, and me, to you wonderful viewers.
I'm gonna miss you so much. Honey, I'm gonna miss you too.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, jeez.
Take care of yourself. Everybody loves somebody, and I love all of you. So good night.
That's the story, folks. Glad we could get together.
Say goodnight, Dick.
Good night, Dick.
Good night, Chet.
Good night, Bob.
Good night, David.
Good night, Bob.
You keep out of this, Brinkley. It happens I was saying good night to David Sarno.
And good night to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever.
All right. Show's over. I'm going to bed.
Good night, Dr. Carter.
Bye, kids.
Good night, and bless your little pea-picking heart.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, son. Oh, this is silly.
Bye, Schmoopy.
Bye, Schmoopy. Good night and have a pleasant.
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Weekend Update, I'm Jimmy Fallon.
I'm Tina Fey. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Night, Daddy.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you tomorrow.
This time I mean it. See you later.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For all of us at NBC News, good night.